Come on in, everyone. Come on in because we are here for Ready to Love, and we are on episode 9, y'all. And my name is Deborah, and we're going to be doing a recap review of the entire episode. So I hope y'all got a few minutes for me to join me and chit chat about this episode. I thought it was a good episode, y'all. Did you enjoy it? I thought we saw some real true colors going on this episode. And I got a few questions answered. I had a few questions about why William was twice divorced. I think I got my answer. I also was trying to figure out the type of man that Patrice likes, how Patrice moves and shakes out here in the world. I think I got an answer on that as well. And I'm just completely solid in my F-boy opinion concerning Chaz. And then I'm also completely solid in my bad customer service of Vanessa, who only wants to work first class. She doesn't want to work economy nor coach. She only wants to work first class. And I'm going to go a step further. Vanessa's the flight attendant that if you weren't in first class and you were in those first few rows, right behind first class, and then you went in first class to try to use the restroom, she'd be like, no, go back there to coach. Go back there to coach. Vanessa, let me tell you, of all the eliminations that were done up in here now, the people who came up and had to deliver the bad news, the elimination speech, Vanessa's was the best ever. I tell you, she was so thorough. She was so thorough, and she did it just like a first class flight attendant. Basically, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to kick you off the plane. Where is TSA? What's the people call air marshals? Where are the air marshals? Because I'm about to call them right now and have them come and pick you up and take you off. And she delivered it flawlessly. I told you, Vanessa really doesn't like you. She don't want to speak to you unless she likes you. If she doesn't like you, she don't have nothing to say to you. Just like Chaz says, I know Vanessa's mad because when Vanessa gets upset, she don't talk to you. Exactly. When she doesn't like you or when she's upset or anything, she doesn't talk. She only talks to people who she likes, period. She don't have no words for nobody, no chit chat, no conversation, no nothing. But if she's getting an opportunity to kick you off the flight and call the air marshals, she sure knows how to deliver that message. And I know they left us with a cliffhanger. And that was who's going home, William or LaRon. But I don't think it's much of a cliffhanger. We know who's going home, William. The cat's out the bag on William. Now everybody knows. Everybody thought that he was unstable financially. Everybody knew that he was unstable financially. But I get the impression that William has a lot of things going on in his life emotionally. And I get the impression that this was a convenient time for him to have a breakdown over the fact that he's on leave of absence taking care of his father. First of all, when he said leave of absence, that means no money's coming in. And he should have known right away that was going to turn off Maya. All Maya needs is 2 pieces of information. Maya want to pretend that the reason she don't want to be with William no more is because he was so-called entangled into this text gate, which we're going to talk about. But the real reason Maya stopped really wanting to mess with William is because William said he was on leave of absence, which means ain't no money rolling in. And that if ain't no money rolling in, Maya says, I'm not going to be around no man on no leave of absence. What you collecting? FMLA? Ain't that free? FMLA, what you doing on leave of absence? You ain't getting no short-term disability, nothing. You on FMLA? Maya said, I'm out of here. You can't even take me out like I like to go out. You can't buy me no drinks. Hello, everybody. Does everybody now believe me about Maya? Maya done gone over there to LaRon because LaRon said he liked to go. He liked to turn up. Maya said, that's what I like to do now. We didn't know Maya was tatted up like she is. I saw all the tattoos, Maya. Like I said, Maya likes those bad boys. We saw it when she brought that ex last week, Wes. That's what she likes. She don't mind. She don't care where your money come from as long as it's flowing in. And William's money, she added up and said, you don't get no money for leave of absence. You do not get no money for leave of absence, which means I got to twiddle on over here from you, William, to go on over here to LaRon and bat my beautiful eyes, because she got some big, beautiful eyes. I got to bat them eyes at LaRon because LaRon got a lot of disposable income. He ain't got no kids, no ex-wives, and he's not on leave of absence. All Maya got to do is make sure he go to work every day and put them damn video games down. And Maya gonna get her hair and her nails done through LaRon. She over there working on them. She is over there working on LaRon right now as we speak. And once William figured out he was on the out with Maya, he said, you know what? I'm feeling sick. He's like, oh, I'm feeling sick. I got a heaviness. Now you got a heaviness? Now all of a sudden you have a heaviness, William? Really? I'm not going to mitigate or say things different about his daddy being sick and he taking care of his daddy and all that. But wasn't that the case before you came on the show? All of a sudden now, the day after you get dumped by Maya, not even the day, y'all, hours after you get dumped by Maya, basically, you feel it, you know it. All of a sudden now your tummy hurt, your head hurt, you feeling remorse over your daddy. And now you saying you got all these responsibilities taking care of your father. It's all on you. Do we believe it? I don't believe it. Do I believe his father's ill? Yes. Do I believe he's playing a part in helping his father get well? Yes. But what I believe about William is this is what is at the root of his 2 divorces and his 2 ex-wives and his flightiness in his career. I don't think that William is solid. He's not solid financially and he's not solid all the way mentally. We saw that little jiu-jitsu he pulled on who was it who was talking about they like to tan? Was it Patrice? And he started tying it back to his being adopted. How did we start talking about your adoption and all we talking about is the fact that somebody likes to go get tan and get a little melanin in their skin? How did it go back to you, William? And all of a sudden now we got to care about you, William. See, I think that's what William does. I think what William does is when things get tough, when things get a little bit hairy in his mind, I think what William does is he leans on the traumas in his life. And what that automatically does is it automatically takes the focus off of whatever you were talking about. And now everybody can run around and coddle and take care of William. That's what I think. And after a while, I'm going to tell you what, if you're in a marriage with that type of person that uses those type of techniques, it gets exhausting. It would get exhausting because what would happen is anytime you're in a negative situation, something going on in your household, what had happened is whose trauma is going to trump the biggest trauma. And what William's going to be able to play all the time. And I see him pull his cards out. He plays his trauma cards. He plays his trauma cards so he can get a sympathy card back from you. And that way it's off of you. But you know what? When you're in a marriage with a person who plays that card all the time, then that's manipulative. I already told you I didn't believe William when he said he worked out every single day, 5 days a week. I don't believe a lot of William's stories. And we saw him at this retreat jumping on that trampoline and I saw a little bit more of his body. And I'm telling you, he ain't working out 5 days a week. Now, when he was over there on that barbecue grill on them burgers, I was like, that's more like it. That's more like it. When I saw him on that barbecue grill flipping them burgers, I was like, nah, that's more like it, William. But when he sat over there around that little campfire and Patrice went over there to hold his hand because he started talking about his daddy, how his daddy's sick and all this, I said, well, isn't this convenient, William? Isn't this sad story convenient now, right after you just got dumped from Maya? He probably told Maya he was on leave of absence. And after that, Maya was like, I'm out. Let me get out here in this foyer and start twerking. Remember they was in the bedroom with Maya and and Mieka said, oh, I know you're going to be twerking up here in this bedroom. And Maya said, no, I'm not going to be twerking out in this bedroom. I'm going to be out there twerking. Maya likes to turn up. Maya likes hustler dudes. Maya likes men with money and she likes to take men's money. I already know who Maya is. Maya's a gold digger. I'm going to tell you right now, Maya is a gold digger and she got her eyes set on LaRon. She got, LaRon need to date, LaRon actually needs to date William. They will make a good couple because LaRon is a sweet boy. He's very emotional and he's about to get taken by Maya too. Maya, I need to be with you. Maya, I need to make you my wife. Maya, I need to marry you. Maya, you the woman I've been looking for all my life. I've been looking for you. You the woman I want. right? Ooh, when I come home drunk from the club, I want you there waiting on me. And Maya also told me, yeah, that's where I like to be. I like to go out and have fun and have drinks in the VIP booth. LaRon, like me too. Our lives are exactly the same. We like to be out in the club. LaRon told us earlier on that he wanted a reason. He wanted a woman to give him a reason to stay out the club. Well, guess what? He got the best of both worlds in Maya, because Maya ain't gonna give him a reason to come out the club and come home. Maya's gonna be like, no, what you doing is just fine. That's what I want to do too. That's what I want to do too. They both want to be out in that club, turning up. And as long as LaRon is spending some money, Maya's gonna be just happy. She's gonna be perfectly fine being over there using all that disposable income that LaRon has. And according to LaRon, he got a lot of disposable income. LaRon told us that he makes so much money, right? According to his bills and what he makes, that at the end of the month, he got lots of free disposable income because he ain't got no kids. He ain't got no ex-wives. He ain't got nothing. He said it on the little black book. He told us. And Maya says, that's good because I want a little piece of it. I want a little piece of it. And William over here lied to me, talking about he could afford me. But now we found out he's on FMLA. He's on FMLA, ain't got no income coming in. See you later, William. See you later. You think I'm going to stick with you, William, with 3 kids, 2 ex-wives, and now you on FMLA and you like to eat burgers and you don't like to work out? Please. Maya's out of here. She is out of here faster than Speedy Gonzalez. But let's get into this a little bit more. Let's get into it a lot more deeper. That was a long intro. I done talked about what I'm going to talk about the whole video, but not everything, because we got some juicy parts about Patrice I want to talk about, everything. But first of all, they driving up to this little getaway, and I guess Patrice says, let me stick my business in here. She driving the big coach with the nice leather seats. Did they pay Patrice for that? Did they pay Patrice's business? Was she on duty? Did she get a check? Or did she just volunteer to drive it? But it was a nice coach. So hopefully they gave her some credits in the credits. I didn't look at the credits, but hopefully they gave her business some credits, and maybe they will use her in the future or someone else to get her business going. But she says, I got this. I can drive. I'm used to driving 45 minutes to see a man. Wherever we're going, ain't nothing on me. I like to drive. I'm going to do it. And Maya was sitting there next to Will in the coach. They had all them open seats, but Maya and Will was sitting together. That must have been before he told her he was on FMLA. That must have been before he told her she was on FMLA, because after that, there wasn't too many more scenes with Maya. It was William coming in the room trying to apologize for being part of TextGate when LaRon lost it with all his emotionality. Good Lord. Good Lord. He and William need to date. But then they get to the house and they fighting over these rooms. And that's when I first see this part of Patrice that I'm like, oh, okay, Patrice, you really showing me something, because really I believe Maya had claimed the room. Maya really had claimed the room, but Patrice came up there and bogarted and basically dragged Maya out the room and claimed the room for herself and said, no, this is my room. This is my room. That showed me a little bit of the competitiveness of Patrice. Okay, that really showed me that, which also kind of lends to what I'm talking about with Patrice when she says she likes younger men. I think there's a part of Patrice that I'm gonna tell you that I think she's a little bit competitive. Okay, and I'm not saying all these things in a negative tone, but I'm piecing together the parts of her relationship. Because also I'm gonna tell you what a big hint was for me was when all of a sudden she starts going up to Chaz. And she starts telling Chaz, why didn't you call me? You don't have my number. There's obviously no connection with Patrice and Chaz, because they both confirmed that they haven't talked. But then all of a sudden, Patrice says that Chaz is one of her number ones. No, he's not. I'm going to tell you, it's not true. It's not true. It is a maneuver. It's a move. And what the move is to get at who I'm going to talk about with the bad customer service is Vanessa. Is to get back at Vanessa. And what these ladies are doing, I'm going to tell you right now what they're doing, is they're setting up Vanessa to be eliminated. Okay? Because one of the things I have noticed about Vanessa when I tell you she's got bad customer service is, I don't know if I want to call it snobby, bougie, if Vanessa believes she's above everyone, if she believes she's above the women, if she believes that she's above the men. But there is an air to Vanessa. And what that air is, if she believes she doesn't like you, doesn't have anything in common with you, she can't relate to you, she doesn't know how to have friendly conversation with people. And I suspect that Vanessa believes she doesn't have much in common with the ladies, which is fine. She doesn't feel like she has much in common. But instead of still bonding with the ladies on some level, being able to get along with the ladies, Vanessa doesn't do that. I think Vanessa sits alone by herself. Okay, you know what? We accused Alexis of not getting along with the ladies, but I'm going to tell you, Vanessa doesn't get along with people who she doesn't really feel she has anything in common. And some people may say, what's wrong with that? There is a problem with that. There's a problem that you can have friendly conversation even though you feel you don't have a lot of things in common. Because whenever Vanessa's talking to someone that she's not interested in, Alonzo, who is the one for Patrice, she talks down to Alonzo. When she's even having conversation, there's these little parts of her tone and her conversation that's sort of like, I don't really like you. I don't respect you. Lots of little negative thoughts. You can see it in the way that she treats Alonzo. And what I believe has happened with the ladies is the ladies have picked up on it. They picked up on it. So what I believe Patrice is doing, not that she likes Chaz, but what she's telling Vanessa is, I don't know how you've gotten so comfortable with Chaz, Vanessa, because Vanessa's gotten to a point where she's so comfortable with Chaz that what she's done is she hasn't given anybody else any consideration, not even any friendly conversation. What they're upset is Vanessa fell into believing that she was locked in with Chaz. And the lady said, don't be so quick to assume it. Don't be so quick. I can't come take your man. Your man ain't as locked in as you think he is. So if you don't believe it, we're going to show you. Remember, I told you Vanessa was dating in a bubble. She was believing everything Chaz was saying, but she wasn't watching how Chaz was moving. And all these other ladies have been talking to each other. They've been telling each other, Chaz is saying the same thing to me. Chaz is saying this. Chaz is saying that. But Vanessa ain't part of the group, so she don't hear the chatter between the ladies. So what Patrice has decided to teach Vanessa is a lesson. She's tried to teach her that, let me tell you something, your man ain't as secure with you as you think. You see, Vanessa rolled up here when they were rolling up to this little retreat. Vanessa's sitting in the front seat with Chaz like she's a wife. Did anybody catch it? Did anybody catch how comfortable Vanessa was in that front seat of Chaz's car, leaning all like this on her phone, like she's the wife and they going on a road trip? Did anybody catch it but me? I caught it when she pulled up into that driveway of Chaz. I caught it then. I caught it again when she was sitting in the front seat of Chaz. She presents the image of, I'm locked in. We are already a couple. This is my man. I'm going to pull up in his garage. I'm going to sit in the front seat of his car. I'm going to lean back and go on my phone like this is a road trip, and we go on plenty of road trips. You know what? When you first go out on a date with a guy and you in the front seat of the car, you're not on your phone. You know why? You're paying attention to that man. You're paying attention to him. You're getting to know him. You're engaging in a conversation. But once you've been married for a while and you're comfortable with the guy, you've been boyfriend and girlfriend for a while, you know what you do on your road trip? Look on your phone, scroll through Instagram. You're like, yeah, baby, yeah, baby, and you be on your phone. That was Vanessa. Vanessa act like they've been in a long-term relationship. And then, let me tell you when else I saw it. When they got to this retreat, Vanessa says to Chaz, what do you think? You think we should sleep in separate rooms? What? Is that even a question, Vanessa? Vanessa think they married. Vanessa act like she and Chaz are married and locked in. And Chaz is like, well, what do you think? You think we should sleep in separate rooms? Chaz ain't gonna sleep in the room with Vanessa. What was she thinking? Why would she even ask that question? Why was she so comfortable even thinking that there's a question of if we would sleep in the same room? Oh, should we sleep in the same room? Well, I think we should sleep in separate bedrooms now. Because she's mad. She like the angry wife because the husband did something she don't like. And so now she's telling him, you need to go to the guest room. You need to sleep on the couch. Vanessa must have been laying up in that bed in Chaz's house a lot more than we think. Because I don't know how she got here. I don't know how Vanessa got so comfortable with Chaz where she can pull up in the driveway, where she can be up in the front seat on a road trip, flipping through her phone, and she can come to a retreat house talking about, do you think we should sleep in separate rooms or the same room? And what Patrice picked up on was, here you are gunning for my man Alonzo. Here you are trying to eliminate my man Alonzo, right? I'm going to show you, Vanessa, that your man ain't as locked in as you think he is. So I'm going to come for your man. You coming for my man Alonzo and trying to eliminate him? Well, I'm going to come for your man and show you how your man could get taken too. Okay? Because the only person I really believe that may really like Chaz is Rashina. Mieka's playing, and so is Patrice. They both playing with Chaz. And then we saw the little previews coming up where Chaz is packing his bags and going because he can't take it. He can't date multiple women at a time. These women are about to blow up Chaz's spot. LaRon talked about conspiracies. LaRon blew up everything talking about conspiracies, and he's believing that the men were the only one who had a conspiracy or a game plan. It really ain't no conspiracy, LaRon. It may be a game plan. It may be a game plan. So what? The women got a game plan too. And I don't know why LaRon thinks that everybody got rid of Koshia because of a conspiracy. People got rid of Koshia because they didn't like her. Period. People get a right to vote off Koshia. And LaRon believes to vote somebody off, there's got to be some big conspiracy. No, I don't believe it. I don't think so, LaRon. LaRon was so in his feelings, screaming and yelling. He was unhinged. He was he's so emotional. How could you be in a relationship with a person like LaRon and he goes off like this on these type of situations? He could have easily expressed what he thought, but all that screaming and yelling and tantrum, he looked ridiculous. He looked like a 10-year-old boy. He really, really did. But it got the job done. It got the job done. He been holding that little nugget on William all this time. And when LaRon figured out that he might be the one going home if he don't make a move, he said, let me throw out this dagger on William. Let me put William on the hot seat so I can snag Maya for William. And he played it brilliantly. And guess what happened to William? He folded like a $2 bill. He folded like a $2 bill. LaRon did exactly what he needed to do to get William on the hot seat, because what LaRon knew was the only person that he needed to snag Maya away from was William, because don't nobody else want to F with Maya. Everybody else done figured out that Maya's a gold digger. Everybody else done figured it out. But what LaRon says is, all I got to do is throw a little money at Maya's way, give her a good reason to dump William, and Maya will be mine. He played it brilliantly, because see, Maya couldn't tell everybody she's dumping William over the fact that he's on FMLA and he got to take care of his father, because that would make her look cruel. It would make her look mean. It would make her look shallow. But now Maya's got the perfect excuse, and the perfect excuse is, oh, you were involved in Textgate and getting Koshia off. Maya was like, thank you, LaRon. Thank you. Now let's go over here and start canoodling, and let you whisper some sweet words into my ears. And while you whispering them words, can you drop a 50 in my, can you put a 50 in my pocket right here? Can we go out later in the night, and can I order me some Class A Azul or some blue Azul? No. Maya's like, no, she want the gold. Maya said, I want the gold Azul. She said, can we go out tonight later on and I can order me some gold Azul? Because I don't know who put LaRon in charge. LaRon calling a meeting. Who put LaRon in, the little boy who wants to play video games and sit at the bar all night and get drunk? And then he told Maya, and then, yeah, I get lonely all the time. That's why I go out and drink, and then I got to come home drunk by myself. LaRon, you know what? LaRon keep telling us he ain't a party boy. Oh my goodness, LaRon. You are emotional. I don't know why LaRon just don't walk in who he really is so he can really attract the woman he needs. He definitely gonna have to pay for some stuff. You're gonna have to pay for something. LaRon say he want to be a thug, but he's a sweet boy. He is a sweet, sweet boy. But I really am gonna start feeling sorry for LaRon, because he got taken by Koshia. Koshia used him. Koshia tried to manipulate him from day one when they were sitting poolside next to that spa. I remember it. And she said, lean into me. And he said, why you want me to lean into you? Because you want me to kiss me? And she said, no, because I want to let your guard down. I want to get your vulnerabilities. Basically, I want to get you to a weak spot so I can manipulate you. and have you start giving me some money to help me with these 2 kids I got. Because like I said, Koshia, when she got by that husband who she said had 4 kids and she didn't know it, that's how she got. Risa Tessa story. Y'all weren't believing me last time, but the Risa Tessa story hadn't come out. Now that you've heard the Risa Tessa story, that's how women get got by men who have a lot of secrets because they're blinded by the money. Koshia was going after that ex-husband for his money, and in the end, she got. So like I said, it's a whole line of women who get got. I'm telling you, Maya gets got. She gets got because they go after the money and they think they're about to do a money grab. And then what happens is they don't realize the man had a whole lot of secrets too. And then they get got. So Koshia was over here trying to lose LaRon because she keyed in very early on. The LaRon is a sweet boy. He got a sweet heart. He's emotional. He's easy to manipulate emotionally because he don't have no control over his emotions. So it's easy to sway his emotions. It's easy to trigger LaRon. I can trigger LaRon to get angry because I know what buttons to push. And I can trigger LaRon to draw onto me and give me what I want. And what Maya's doing right now is she's manipulating LaRon. She's manipulating him. And the way she's manipulating him is to trigger him and to draw him in. LaRon was just in love with Koshia. He was just in love with Koshia an hour ago. And now all of a sudden he's over here proposing to Maya. Maya about to take this man for whatever little cash flow he got. Whatever little extra money you got, LaRon, is about to get taken. Eventually he'll wake up. Eventually he'll realize, dang, my money is going out the window fast dating Maya, just like that ex-boyfriend said. He'll wake up and then he'll stop it. But I don't know how much money he's going to have to lose before he figures it out. I really don't. I don't know how much money he's going to have to lose with Maya before he figures out this girl is over here draining my pocketbooks. Like that ex-boyfriend said, Maya going to keep you on your toes. She really is. She going to keep you on your toes. Good luck with LaRon. I think you in over your head, but good luck. But Patrice is absolutely teaching Vanessa a lesson. Patrice is messy. Remember, Patrice was at the forefront of getting rid of Will too. Patrice was at the forefront of getting rid of Will as well. I want to tell y'all better look at Patrice a little bit deeper. We saw Patrice's ex-boyfriend, the one with the tats all over his face. What was his name? I forget his name. The one who said he was a whore out here in these streets. I'm telling you, people always say, I don't want to meet anyone's exes. You better meet people's exes. If you have a chance to meet an ex, you better do it. You better not turn it down because it gives you insight. Everybody always over here trying to look up exes after the fact and say, oh, well, she ain't his type. You better look at exes. You better figure out what do they like to date and why do they like to date that type of people. It's a lot of insight. It's a lot. Patrice has a little side of her that likes a little bit of a little tussle, a little fire. She got some fire in her. And I don't know how that fire is always going to be directed, but I've seen Patrice get messy a couple of times. She got messy when she was getting rid of Will with that whole palette thing. That was unnecessary. And now I see when she's doing this little thing with Chaz, and I know darn well Patrice don't have no interest in Chaz, not so ever. Telling Chaz, I think we on the same level. Maybe because he has a nice house and Patrice has a nice house. But then Patrice says she likes dating younger men all the time. And Patrice is over here, saying that Alonzo is kind of on her level. Alonzo going to be her boy toy. Alonzo is going to be her boy toy. She ain't interested in Alonzo for no long-term thing. Not at all. Not one bit. But when LaRon was giving his speech telling people, listen, we can't be getting possessive over our connections. That's because you on the chopping block. LaRon, when he was on the chopping block at the end, all he could think of is food again. Food and alcohol, that's LaRon's. Let me tell you something. Feed LaRon and give him some alcohol and you in. All he could think about was, if I go, can I take a to-go plate with this crawfish? Remember LaRon with the catfish and crawfish and everything else. LaRon liked to drink. LaRon liked to eat. That's what he likes to do. But Vanessa was over there telling her husband Chaz, her wannabe husband Chaz, well, you know what? My connection ain't possessive over me. My connection ain't possessive over me. And every time you turned around, here was Vanessa trying to find out what Chaz was doing. That shit was funny. She was so bothered. She was so bothered. She wanted to stay up in first class behind the curtain so can't nobody see in first class. But then she too busy peeking back behind coach trying to find out what the women in coach are doing. Mieka, Patrice, and who else? Mieka, Patrice, and Rashina back in coach. And Rashina up in first class, and she don't want to come out first class, but she keep wondering why Chaz keep going back to coach to use the restroom. Woo! Oh my goodness. Vanessa has sat Chaz up in first class and said, hey, I got a seat for you in first class. You in seat 1A. I'm going to take care of you the whole flight. And then every time Chaz need to use the restroom, he go back to coach to use the restroom. And Vanessa's like, why you keep going back to coach to use the restroom? This shit is funny. And then when she peeked in them curtains, she sees Chaz back there sucking strawberries out Rashina's mouth. And then once he's finished sucking the strawberries out Rashina's mouth, he's like, that shit was not sexy. After that strawberry was gone and you saw Chaz going like this, was that sexy, anybody? It was not sexy to me. I told you Vanessa messed up in the first time she was over there sitting on Chaz's couch. Remember that last time when she first came for the double date and she was up on Chaz's couch when they first went and she was on the couch with her blanket? I'm telling you, Vanessa been thinking she the wife for a long time. She sat up on that couch, asked for a blanket, put her feet up on the couch and everything. When you first go to somebody's house, do you put your feet up on their couch? She put her feet up on that couch, and then that last time she was wondering, why is Alexis here? Why is Alexis in my house? I'm the woman of this house. But she sat over there and she started saying, you know what, Chaz, the reason I like you is because you seem like a man that don't need a lot of validation. Remember she said that? Remember that time she told Chaz, you don't need a woman to validate you that much. I forgot what word she used. And I was like, Vanessa, every man needs validation. Every man needs you to stroke his ego. I don't know why you think this. Vanessa thought she could come in here and coast. She was like, I could walk up here with my beauty and my poise and my intelligence, and I ain't got to do nothing with this man. And I'm going to sit up on his couch with my feet on the couch. I'm going to grab a blanket. I'm going to park in his driveway. I'm going to sit in the front seat of the car. And I really ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to stroke his ego. And then all the ladies back in coach have been stroking this man's ego, making him feel like he's the big man on campus. And Vanessa's like, well, I don't understand why my connection I don't understand how my connection is not possessive over me, because you ain't possessive over him. Chaz is for the streets. I told y'all, Chaz is an F-boy. He darn near tried to curse me. He came down in the comments telling me I was wrong. Well, he ain't proving me wrong. Just like Vanessa said, Chaz does a lot of talking, but he don't show me no different. That's how I feel, Vanessa. Chaz keeps telling me he ain't an F-boy about to be a cat daddy on his way to be a sugar daddy. He keep telling me he not, but everything he showed me he's on the road and he doing a good job. He gonna be there real soon. I tell you, another 5 years, cat daddy Chaz, in another 5 years. But Vanessa keep telling him, I want a leader. I want a leader. I need you to make a decision. Vanessa, girl, he done already made his decision. Can't you see the decision? You ain't it. You think Chaz really want to take you on and your 2 kids so you can sit up on the couch with your feet up and sit in the passenger seat of his fancy car scrolling on Instagram? Girl, Chaz ain't interested in doing that. Chaz been running these streets for 47 years. Why is he going to stop now just because you can offer him a few buddy passes? Just because you can offer him a few buddy passes and a possible upgrade to first class. Girl, it ain't gonna happen, Vanessa. It ain't gonna happen. But Rashida said, I'm coming for your man, Vanessa. I'm coming from your man because Chaz said that he like an all natural woman. He like a woman that's not all made up. And Rashida said, Rashida took off all that makeup. She took all that makeup off. She said, but I am gonna keep this blonde wig though. That I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep this blonde wig, but I'm going to take off all this makeup so Chaz can see that I'm an all-natural woman and I'm beautiful without makeup. She is. She's very beautiful without makeup. She ought to do it more often. So Rashina said, I may be all things beauty, but I know how to take the beauty off and try to have a little fun. At first, I was a little worried about Rashina when Rashina didn't want to get on the floaty. She didn't want to get no water. She didn't want to do nothing. And I was like, Rashina, I hope you ain't all things beauty and no things fun. But Rashina took all that makeup. Rashina was like, I know how to have some fun. I just don't want to get in this dirty lake and suck in all this dirty water like Justin and Mieka had to do when they fell off that jet ski. And Justin said he took in a lot of water, and we can see next episode he gonna be sick as a dog because he probably got all kind of parasites in his belly. He gonna be throwing up in another hour or two. Let's see if Mieka take care of him. I hope Mieka takes care of him. I hope Mieka don't leave him there all by himself, sitting over a toilet throwing up because he done taken all them parasites from the lake. And then wasn't it Patrice who said after they fell in the lake, wasn't it Patrice saying, I hope he got $400 to pay for these braids? Is that how much braids cost? Oh, I'm gonna have to stick with my crochet. I'm gonna have to stick with my crochet braids from Amazon and pay my $150. $400? Good Lord. Y'all rich. No wonder they gotta find men with money. I would too. If I'm paying $400 for braids, how often you gotta get your braids down? I see why they need a man with some money, because $400 braids, how often are you paying for that? That's a lot of money, y'all. That's a lot of money. But Patrice told Justin, I hope you got $400 to pay for them braids. Patrice, he ain't got $400. He's on spring break. The teachers do get paid on spring break though. But the answer to your question, Patrice, is no. Mieka gonna have to pay for them braids herself. And why do the braids get messed up just because they get wet in the water? I thought that's the purpose of having braids. I mean, don't we go on vacation and wear vacation braids so we can get the braids wet? Why the braids get messed up in the water? I don't even know what's going on. But I guess that's what happens when you get $400 braids with the real good hair. I be getting that fake synthetic hair for my braids. Crochet from China. But like I said, Patrice is showing a lot of her true colors. I'm gonna have to knock her out my top. I really like Patrice, but I'm seeing too many pettiness from Patrice. It's not like I don't like Patrice, but she ain't in my top no more. You know, Maya ain't in my top no more. So I think I really just stuck now with Rashina. Rashina tends to be the person right now that I like the most. So I'm gonna have to root for Rashina. Plus I like her catchy phrase, all things beauty. All things beauty, Rashina. Me and El Ramey. Where you at, El Ramey? I'm gonna stick with you. Me and El Ramey and Rashina. We're going to stick together we're going to ride this till the wheels fall off. But Justin just want to play with Mieka. Every time Justin has something to say about Mieka, it's all about her body. It's about her caboose, her booty, her this, her breast. Every time he has a conversation with Mieka, oh, I thought your breasts were supposed to keep you afloat. I thought put that booty on this, this jet ski. Everything he references about Mieka is sexual and about her body and everything. What about her mind, Justin? What about her mind? Don't she have no interest in conversation? Nothing else? All or Justin want to do with Mieka is play, 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 play. But you know what? I guess so. If it's the playground that Mieka wants to play in, and Justin over here playing with her because Justin acting like he don't want no kids, he don't want no family, and he's just fine playing with Mieka. All righty then, if that's what we're going to do, that's what we're going to do. But it's pretty clear that I believe William's the one going home, even though LaRon acted a fool, all that screaming and yelling and unhinged behavior. Ugh, how could he lead a family? He can't even lead himself. How he going to bring the temperature down in a house, especially if there's a lot of females with emotions flying around the house? How he going to come in and be the man and be the temperature in a house and say, hey, let me calm this situation down. Let me be a leader and bring calm to a space. He the one throwing gasoline on fire, screaming and yelling. You have to be over there calming LaRon down. Oh, good Lord. And he's a hypocrite. He was over there blaming William and whoever else and William and Will about having an alliance to get Koshia off and Mieka off. And wasn't he the one also with a whole doggone alliance and thrill seeking to get Alexis off? Ooh, yeah, let's get her off. Let's get her off. What's the difference, LaRon? You did the same thing to Alexis. It's so hypocritical. He's immature. He don't even see himself. I hope Maya go over there and take him for a good 2-3 paychecks. Get him, Maya. Go over there and get him for a good 2 or 3 paychecks before he figures out and gets mad. Because once he figured out he was getting used by Koshia, then he got mad and started yelling and screaming at Koshia. So by the time he figures out he's getting used by Maya, Maya gonna be out of there Maya gonna be out of there with a good 2 or 3 months worth of some income. Maya gonna be like these people out here smashing and grabbing from these stores. She gonna rush the store and grab and get out before anybody can catch her. Maya said this whole vacation, she in her element. She said, I love this big, beautiful house. She said, I'm in my element. She said, the food is good. The drinks is flowing. I'm twerking. And I got a mark on the line, and that mark is LaRon. This is going to be a good weekend. Chaz looked like he might self-eliminate. Who knows? Because he over here talking about he want to be a good Christian. But he's in the Garden of Eden and the fruit is good. He must not have read the whole Bible. Chaz, it don't end well when you up there eating the forbidden fruit. He said temptation hit a brother and he don't know how to act. He don't know how to act. But these women are about to prove, they're about to prove my theory with Chaz. So everybody can see, and he ain't even going to be able to deny it. And Vanessa going to be sitting over there thinking about, dang, I thought I was the wife. Girl, you was not the wife. You was the side chick. But we'll see. We'll see next week if I'm right. If William goes home, I think I am. These women didn't want to take care of William and all his emotional needs. Go get an emotional support dog or go get LaRon. One of the two, William. One of the two, because this ain't no new problem. This is an ongoing problem in William's life. Is why he's got 2 failed marriages. Is why he's got sporadic careers. He's all over the place. He's probably all over the place emotionally, and it definitely probably has something to do with his past trauma. But women have added up and they've said, too much for me. These women are too busy trying to get these men to take care of them with their 2 kids. They not trying to take care of William, your 3 boys, 2 ex-wives, career instability, and now we got emotional instability too. And you on FMLA? Boy, it's over for William. It is over for William. Anyway, that's it, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.